Welcome back. We are at video number 3. Make sure you go back to video number 1 and video number 2, which will also be in the Sew With Me playlist as well. I will put that up in the iCard and I'll link the previous videos below. So we are starting today with joining the bodice seams. So what we are doing is sewing the back bodice seams together down the center back. Again, just to re-emphasize, I am not overlocking or serging the center back or the waist areas because I am doing French seams. So what I will show you is after I have stitched these together and after I have done the French seam, I will come back and then we will get together for step number 12. Okay, so here it is, my French seam. I've joined the back bodice pieces. French seam is in. Looks nice, pressed down. Now we are going to move to where we join the right sides together for the front and back bodice pieces, and I'll show you that after I have that pinned together before stitching. Okay, so I have the front bodice piece. This is step number 12, lined up with the back bodice piece. And again, because I'm doing French seams, I'm putting wrong sides together first, and then I'll sew the wrong right sides together. Now, see here, this is the side that we're doing. And then when you move over to step number 13, remember on the right side, so once we do the other side, and I'll show you that once I get to it, is you will not go all the way down the side. I will show you where I mark on my bodice piece, because again, you want to make sure you leave room. Sorry, there we go, it's focused. You want to leave room for the tie gap. So I will go ahead and do step 12. And I will be back in just a second to show you the other side, so you can see where to stop. But the pictures in the diagram is very, very good. But I'll come back anyway and just show you mine, just so you can get an idea. Okay, so this is where I was talking about for step number 13. You need to leave room for the tie gap. So this is the notch at the bottom of the bodice piece, after you've joined the back and the front together. And so again, you stitch down, and it's a very faint line. Maybe you can see the line right here. I use my disappearing ink, and this is just for me. You can see this, but once I'm doing the French seam, this will be covered, so I won't see it anymore. So that's why I marked it with a disappearing ink. And it really is disappearing because it was a little heavier, so I might mark it again just lightly. So when I do flip it over, and I'll see too, but that's just me. I always just want to make sure, because I've made the mistake of still, going past the place that I needed to go to. So once that is all together, I will come back and show you the finished bodice pieces together. Okay, as you can see, I have attached the front bodice and the back bodice at the side seams. French seams are in. Everything is pressed. Now I am going to attach at the top, and this is going to be step number 14. I'm sorry, step number step number 16, where with the right sides together, pin the front and back bodice together. So essentially, I've put a wonder clip there, and I tried to lay this out smooth, but it doesn't look smooth. So I will come back once I have attached my shoulder pieces together, front and back, and again I will be using my serger as I have here at the yoke that I showed earlier. And once I come back, I will show you how I will get started on the stay tape around the neckline. All right, we are on to adding the stay tape to the neckline. So I am doing the cheater way. I am actually not going, as I said in my first video, I am not measuring at all this area because it's just going around the top, the bodice piece, around the necklines there. And so, because in the directions it talks about pinning it all the way down and easing it in if it's stretched. So I am not doing that. And let me show you step 19. And then it just tells you to stitch it in place. So first of all, I am using, let me just show you the stay tape I am using. This is a woven stay tape by Sew Keys. I've had this for years, and I bought quite a few packs when I bought it, but this is where I got it from. And what it is fusible. So I'm ironing mine on, and I'm not measuring it. I'm just going to lay it in the iron as I go. And so let me show you. Here is my bodice piece. As you can tell, I got the top there, that back shoulder pieces together and serged those. And so it says to start at the center back when you're adding your stay tape. So what I'm going to do is head to the iron, obviously on this side, and unroll this quite a bit, and then just lay it down and iron it as I go all the way around. And that's how I will do it. And I will see if I can get a good snapshot of that. Since I'm doing this with one hand, it's kind of hard to show you. But hold on, let me see if I can get a good angle for you. Okay, I do apologize. The lighting in where my iron is not the best, but as you can see, I started ironing here. I just have the roll going along the side, and what I did was just lay it in iron as I go. Lay in iron as I go, and I will complete that all the way down on both sides on the front bodice pieces, and I will come back and show you when it's done. Okay, so I have my stay tape on, as you can see here. And again, I will leave a link to this below, to the website. Oh, this will not focus. Let's see if I can get this to focus. There we go. Because I also use the knit stay tape. So I love this stay tape. Love it, love it, love it. So I'll leave a link to the website below. But this is what I used, and since it is fusible, I do like that. So it is around the entire top, the bodice piece, all the way down. Oops, there you go, so you can see. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I do appreciate your support, and don't forget to check the description box, because I will leave information down there and links to information in the previous videos also. And so in the next video, we will go to inserting the sleeve and moving on to attaching the top and bodice pieces. We are getting close to the end, so we are almost there. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. I hope your Eve dress is coming along well, or that if you're not sewing along with me right now, that these videos will help you or give you some ideas when you do decide to sew her up. All right, everybody, have a blessed week, and we will see you in the next video, which will be up on Sunday.